Hi, my lovelies. It's been a while since I've given you an update, and a lot has happened in one sense, and a lot has not happened in another sense. Welcome to my channel. In case you don't know me yet, my name is Freya, and we are trying to grow our family. We've had quite a journey. I've had a couple of miscarriages. A couple years ago, I got pregnant, or almost 3 years ago, I got pregnant naturally at 43, almost 44. And I lost the baby at 7 weeks. And then last year we had a frozen embryo transfer. It was a donated embryo, actually two. And unfortunately it turned out to be a blighted ovum, and I had a miscarriage at 10 weeks. Also natural miscarriage, both times. So I wanted to give you an update on what's been going on. So I live in Germany, and the COVID situation has not been great, to say the least. In December, we actually wanted to have a transfer, but then it didn't work out because we didn't have all the paperwork ready. And also my OBGYN found 2 cysts on my left ovary. So ever since then, we've just kind of been at rest when it comes to our plans. And I've just been getting really antsy, and so I'm getting into hyper mode now because we are wanting to try this cycle, or this coming cycle. Actually, today my new cycle is supposed to start. I want to give you some updates, and also following, like in the next few days, I want to make a couple of videos about natural versus medicated frozen embryo transfer, and why I am choosing to do natural cycle. I'm gonna have some studies that I want to show you, that I want to share with you. I'm also going to give you links where you can actually research, because I think it's really important. Here's the thing. I found that you have to advocate for yourself, because the clinic, of course, they don't see you as an individual. At least that's how it is in the Czech Republic. That's where we will be going, to Carlsbad. And they have tons and tons of women coming through every single day. So they just go by their standard protocols, which that's good, but they also assume that you have like a 28-day cycle, which, I mean, I don't. Who has that? Maybe some women do, but that is not the case for everyone. So you really have to strongly advocate for yourself, and I highly recommend you studying a lot about the subject matter so that you can make more informed decisions, and actually, as a matter of fact, help the clinic, who maybe doesn't know you as well as maybe your OBGYN, but even he doesn't see you every single day, but you live in your body every single day. And if you know more about this whole thing, then you can make better decisions. Okay, here's the update. This is where we're at. I'm waiting for my new cycle to start. We have one problem right now that is going to decide if, well, actually there are 2 things that are gonna determine whether we can go ahead and transfer this coming cycle, or if we have to wait one other cycle. Number 1 is, of course, I still don't know about the cysts, if they have resolved. They were not big, but I had never had that issue before, probably because of all the miscarriage and the hormone imbalances. I felt like up to December, my hormones were not that great in balance. I had a cycle again, but it was a little bit varying. This and the last couple of cycles to me have been really, really great. So waiting on another ultrasound coming up soon with my OBGYN. And the second thing we're waiting on is we actually need 2 signed documents that they need to have notarized. Like the clinic needs us to have those notarized before we even come there for the procedure. And we only did 1 paper because we didn't know that the price list, you have to kind of check what it is that you're going for. You have to also have that signed and notarized, and we just didn't do it. We only sent them the 1 document, so we have to go back. And it's been really challenging to actually get an appointment with a notary, because I don't know, you have to make appointments because of COVID. You can't just walk in, and it's like I only got an appointment for the 28th of April. Today is the 13th. Sorry, I had to look that up. And so that's like 2 weeks from now, which is way too long. Then we would miss this cycle. So we're trying to still get another appointment somewhere else. We're calling around. This is what we're doing today to see if we can get another appointment. So those 2 things are going to determine if we can make it this cycle. And then, of course, you never know with a natural cycle or a modified natural cycle, which is what we're going for, meaning I'm gonna do the same protocol that worked out last year for me to get pregnant, just waiting for my natural ovulation to come up and then to trigger right before I ovulate. The HCG trigger shot is good for really timing reasons, because you can trigger and then you know that 1 week after that trigger shot, you can actually go ahead and do the transfer. So that's what we're waiting on. I'm so excited. I'm also nervous. And it's like last night I didn't sleep well because I'm so excited, because I'm thinking like, oh, maybe it's going to work out this month still, and then maybe I could be pregnant by my birthday, which is at the end of May. That would be amazing. But then at the same time, you know, Andreas is kind of like, just be realistic, but I'm always like, I have a lot of faith and I believe very strongly. I always visualize. And so right now, this is what I've been doing. I am taking my herbs. Last month, I did a challenge for one of my other channels. It's called Healthy Minimalist Mom, in case you're interested. That challenge was to run 5K every day for 1 month. And I did that. I actually did it. I came to the conclusion that that's not anything I'm going to do long term. And I even ran when I had my period. I normally don't do heavy workouts when I have my period because according to traditional Chinese medicine, which, I have studied some about, it's good to let your body rest. But I went ahead and just to see what's going to happen. And I feel that this cycle has been really great. The luteal phase is definitely improved. And I don't know if that has anything to do with my running 5K every single day, but definitely it didn't hurt. But I feel that I don't want to deplete my body now, so I'm not running that much anymore, maybe a couple times a week, 3K. And then other than that, right now I'm focusing on doing a lot of yoga, because I think yoga is really good. De-stressing is the main theme I'm trying to do. I don't have a lot of stress in life, but I do a lot, so I'm trying to meditate every day, positive visualizations, and just really thinking about all the awesome things that are going to happen. Getting very excited, but also getting calm. I try to sneak away for half an hour in the middle of the day. I'm going to lay down and meditate and really focusing, just relaxing my mind, which is not that easy for me because I'm always going 200 miles an hour. I always like a million ideas. Everything's going through my head. So it's a challenge, but I really want to focus on relaxing. And I think that walking a lot, this is something I'm also doing. We have a dog, so I do go out. I do go to the forest a lot. So twice a day I go for at least a 30 to 40 minutes walk. And then I do my yoga once a day for about 30 to 45 minutes. Lots of stretching there. And I drink my tea, my herbal teas. I'm going to make another video on this channel. I made it on my other channel about herb cycling and how I support my monthly cycle, because every phase of your cycle has specific needs that, your body has specific needs. Of course, when you're shedding blood, your body needs to replenish iron and such things. So I've been taking all kinds of different herbs, and I feel personally that it has really helped my body help itself to support. The most important thing is you want to balance your hormones. So taking, using some adaptogens, meaning they regulate your hormones in either direction. So if you have like low estrogen, or your ratio between estrogen and progesterone is just not right, it's gonna regulate that to where it's more balanced. So ashwagandha, maca, schisandra, there's a bunch of adaptogens that I've been taking, tulsi, which is holy basil, and a bunch of others. I'm going to make a specific video about this because I think it's really useful. Now, of course, this kind of stuff can cost a lot of money, but also I think that I pay 2,500 euros for a transfer of 2 embryos, which I think is still so inexpensive. I know that in some other countries it's a lot more expensive, but I might as well prepare my body. And one thing that I have learned reading all the studies, which I'm going to make another video about, that using natural processes that are occurring is the best thing you can do. So if you still do have regular cycles, or even if they're not completely regular, but if you do still have cycles, then try to use your natural hormones. Even when you take hormones from the outside, they might mimic your natural hormones, but they're never 100% exactly what your body would do. And it's not about giving your body a hormone. It's about helping those organs and those parts of your body that signal to your body that you need this hormone or that hormone, to help those organs be in balance and to communicate with each other. So of course we have the adrenals, we have the brain, we have the liver. These are all very important organs. We have the ovaries. So you want to make sure you nourish all of those organs so that they work at their peak performance, so that they can communicate. And if that happens, or when that happens, that's when your hormones are much more balanced. And I think reducing stress is one major, huge, gigantic factor. And if you can help your body just do what it naturally does, I always think it's in your DNA for like however many million years it's been in humans' DNA to do these things naturally, like all these process that take place in your body every single day. It's just mind-boggling to me. But the more you can help just the natural process, the better it is, because it is so much more complex than anybody will ever know. Even a doctor, even a scientist, they may know some things, but we have only skimmed the surface. So we might think that we understand reproduction, and we do understand a little bit about it, but it is so much more complex. And it's shown over and over again that nature just works best. And of course, I'm 46, I'm turning 47 next month. And of course, egg quality is the issue. So that's why we moved on to embryo adoption, because, I just don't want to, there's nothing I can do about that part. It's just hormones. I can try to balance. It's normal that I'm starting maybe perimenopause. I am in the transition time to where in a few years from now, I'm gonna go through menopause. I'm gonna be in menopause. It's normal. It's going to happen, and it's a good thing. This is just how nature works. It's supposed to happen that way, that we don't have babies when we're like really, really, really old. But, just helping along a little bit. And I don't know, for me, this is the best process for me personally, because I feel that, we're ready to do adoption, which didn't work out because here in Germany we're too old to adopt, and then even for adopting out of country, long story, but it just all didn't work out. So this is, I feel, the best way. So this is my update, and I'm gonna do some more informative videos. And when we are going to do the transfer, I'm gonna do like a vlog style video. I really want to take you along, because I have been so motivated by some of the videos that are here on YouTube by some ladies, that I want to contribute, because I know a lot of you guys, or your ladies, are looking for motivation for other women who have actually had success. And if we do have success, I want to share that. And even if we don't, I want to still encourage you that this is not the end of it. And I promised my daughter, we're gonna keep trying this until it can't be done no more. So, even if it takes several tries, well, okay, then so be it. And if I have several more miscarriages, it's not like I want to go through it, but I'm very aware of the possibility that things may happen, and it may not work out, and I'm ready for it. I'm ready for my heart to be broken. This is the risk I have to take in order to have a chance at fulfilling my dream. Okay, so if I just don't do it because I'm afraid it might not work, then I'll hate myself later. I'm no one who ever wants to look back in life and say, oh, I wish I had done that. So pretty much everything in life I can do later, but this is the only thing that I have to get on it now. This is it. It counts. Thank you for watching. I hope you'll be back for one of my next videos. Subscribe if you want to follow our journey. And love is so important. Loving children is the most rewarding thing ever. And having kids is the best thing I've ever experienced in life. See you soon.